Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from North Pole City.
This is the perfect place to get into the Christmas spirit and especially to shop for it. Located in Oklahoma City, this is Oklahoma's largest Christmas store. It's full of trees, ornaments, decorations, and so much more. We'll take a look around throughout the show.
And after a little bit of shopping, how about doing a little bit of riding?
Well, with miles and miles of paved bike trails in Oklahoma City, you can give it a try. Deanne Stein takes us to OK River Bike Trails.
It's a gorgeous day for a bike ride, and what better way to explore the Oklahoma City area than from the seat of a bicycle?
I just feel free when I'm out here. I just love it.
The Oklahoma City Trail System offers a network of 10 interconnected trails that can take you to almost every point in the city.
You can circle around Hefner, you can come back and stay on trails and go by Will Rogers Park and then come all the way back around the city and get back on the river trails in May if you want to make a complete loop in the city.
There are 60+ miles of trails here in the Oklahoma City area, winding you through urban areas like downtown and Wheeler Park here, and then all the way down the scenic Oklahoma River.
Well, it gives you a good sense of Oklahoma because you see the cows on one side and you see the river on the other side, and I mean it's just amazing. It's just a wonderful scenic view to be able to go along the river.
The Oklahoma River Trail is 13 miles long, with half of those miles dedicated to both the north and south banks of the Oklahoma River and then on to the Boathouse District.
The Boathouse has been able to use it for training, for running. They can use it for their athletes and the coaches. So it's a good mix for all types and all ages, 8 to 80 we like to say.
Through the city's MAPS program, even more trails were added.
We've added the West River Trail, which added about 13, 14 miles. Very scenic, very nature-oriented, kind of runs behind some industrial buildings.
And then what some consider the crown jewel, the Lake Stanley Draper Trail.
And it's a 13-mile loop, and just wonderful nature, good exposure to the lake, great short out and backs for people that just want to walk.
We just love coming out here and riding. We like to be able to talk and socialize. I mean, because we don't ride particularly fast, and we can socialize as we're biking and getting the exercise. It's been great.
The trails are not just for cyclists. Most of them are shared with walkers and runners.
You'll see people walking, jogging, cyclists. You'll see kids out here with their parents are walking, little kids are riding little bikes.
Along the trails there are several amenities set up to take a break, from benches to shops.
There's all kinds of parking and facilities. The city is doing an amenities package to improve the facilities of the water fountain, signage, and restrooms along the trail, so it's an exciting time.
The trails are open year-round for anyone to enjoy. Discovering Oklahoma and Oklahoma City, I'm Deanne Stein.
You can plan your bike trail trip at okcbike.org.
Now, a bike ride might seem pretty tame compared to our next story, which is basically all-out war.
A paintball war, to be exact. Right now, Jason Grubbs takes us to Coweta to Ultimate Paintball.
Oh, you got to try it at least a couple times.
2, 1, go!
It's like you're hunting. You just gotta hide and shoot.
Welcome to Ultimate Paintball Park in Coweta. 8 acres of tournament and recreational style fields. Outdoor fun for all sorts of ages.
Yeah, so we've had as little as a 4-year-old and as old as a 73.
Owner Neil Koharski started playing paintball in 1999. He was hooked his first game.
From like day one, have just said, at some point in my life, I'm gonna own a paintball park.
Ultimate Paintball works on reservations for 2-hour blocks. Neil says players can get in 3 to 6 games per hour.
How long the games last really just depends on the people playing.
And you don't have to have any of your own gear. They'll suit you up with everything you need for a game out here.
We typically try to keep higher end stuff. All of our rental equipment is some of the best rental equipment you can have.
Neil says a good start for new players is the $28 package.
It comes with a gun, the mask, admission, air, and 300 paintballs.
You can purchase more paintballs if you want, including some extras like compression and smoke grenades. You may want more of that colorful ammunition depending on which game you're playing.
We got Capture the Flag, We've got a game that's called Move the VIP, where you got one guy who has no gun and you got to try to move him across the field where the other guys are shooting him out.
There's also a zombie-themed game. That's more for adults. All of them have a mission.
Both teams will start at opposite ends of the field, and you have a bunch of bunkers and, you know, islands and stuff to hide behind, and then you just go until the last person's hit.
After you're geared up and before the game starts, there's a quick safety speech.
All right, guys, first thing I'm going to show you is the 3 parts to your safety.
So we go through how the gun works, the different stuff about the fields, some basic rules to keep everybody safe, distances and stuff like that. We try not to shoot people super close.
It was super fun. I think everybody had a good time.
Travis Ward has played before. I asked if the paintballs hurt.
It's not that bad. It's worth it. It's just a little sting.
That's speaking from experience. He was tagged the last few rounds today.
Yeah, probably 6 or 7 times. Got one right in the hat, so I'm sure I'll be washing paint out of my hair later tonight, which is always fun, but it's well worth it.
What about that paint? Does it wash out?
I mean, everything that I own gets hit in paintballs and there's no stains on it, but it's like anything else, right? If you let it sit for too long, it's going to create a stain. So take it home, throw it in the washer, you're good to go.
Move fast.
And hide.
Yes.
At Ultimate Paintball Park in Coweta, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You'll find Ultimate Paintball at 26324 East 121st Street in Coweta. They're open weekends only, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. both days.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
Amazing, truly amazing. There's no way to describe what it's like when you find something that is so clean and natural and it appeals to your palate.
We're headed to Woodward for the family-owned business with the sweet backstory.
We probably would not be here if that chicken salad weren't here.
And we're stopping in Okmulgee for a lunch like no other.
I think it knocked our quality of life up a couple of notches here.
And see what's blessing the folks in Bartlesville. It's all ahead when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Imagine limitless possibilities with the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Imagine world-class wonderlands, road trips that inspire. Imagine date night elevated. Order your free guide at travelok.com. Imagine that.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from North Pole City in Oklahoma City, a great place to get into the Christmas spirit.
And when it comes to shopping this season, we very much hope that you will keep it local.
And Tina McGarry introduces us to one family that hopes you will too. Right now, let's head to Southern Roots Sisters.
I love to cook.
Rachel Scott knows her way around the kitchen. She grew up in the kitchen and comes from a long line of great cooks.
My mom is a fantastic cook. Both my grandparents are fantastic cooks, and so I grew up beside my mom. So both sets of my parents are ranchers and farmers, or grew up that way, and so are my grandparents, and so we just grew up canning whatever we had in the garden.
Rachel had a taste for creating. She turned her experience and passion into a business. Southern Roots Sisters features gourmet jams and jellies.
I started out making pepper jellies only. I started out with just 3 flavors, the peach pepper jam, raspberry chipotle, and the strawberry pepper jam. And the peach pepper jam was a huge seller. In fact, it went on later the following year to win Gourmet Gold. And then I started getting requests for a jam that wasn't spicy, so then I came out with the apple butters, and now I've got 12 different flavors.
Amazing, truly amazing. There's no way to describe what it's like when you find something that is so clean and natural and it appeals to your palate, and you're just like, okay, let's just eat it out of the jar.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite one?
Do I have a favorite one? Probably the raspberry chipotle. I'm probably gonna say that one. I like it on pork, I like it on chicken, I like it on everything.
Oh my gosh, it's delicious.
Ashley Barnes is another fan and faithful customer. She uses the jams and jellies for her own catering business.
It's sweet, it's spicy, it has great texture. Sometimes when you get blackberry things, you get those little crunches of the extra seeds that are stuck everywhere, and hers just don't do that. It's wonderful.
And wow, just take a look at this spread. We've got sweet, we've got savory, beautiful and delicious.
People use them really for any meal of the day. Breakfast, lunch, appetizers, dinner, even dessert. You can pour it over ice cream. There's a bunch of fun ways to do it. I love to pour it over cheesecake. That's my favorite dessert way to have it.
And about the name, There's a sweet meaning behind it, too.
So my sister helps me sell. She actually came up with the name. She said, no matter where you move, because I moved here from Texas, she said, no matter where you move, you'll always be from the South and you'll always have your roots in the South. And she said, Southern Roots Sisters, and I thought that was perfect.
It's all proudly made right here in Oklahoma. You can find the gourmet products sold in stores across the state, even throughout the U.S., and the online store ships everywhere.
So for the city of Woodward, it's really awesome because we have a hometown girl that is global, and that's really awesome to have that in our town. And we enjoy bragging on her, and having her here and being able to eat her food is awesome as well.
All of my products use pure cane sugar, whole fruit. There's no high fructose corn syrup or GMO sugars in any of my products. So I try to make everything as natural as possible, which is the way it should taste.
And it's a recipe for success. In my hometown Woodward, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
You can shop Southern Roots Sisters on their website, southernrootsisters.com.
Now, whether you've shopped online or in person, it will always help you work up an appetite.
And in that case, you can actually find a place and eat locally. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to take us to Kirbys Cafe in Okmulgee.
Kirby's Cafe has been in downtown Okmulgee since 1994, in the same location and with the same great family recipes.
It's really good.
Delicious. I don't think I've eaten anything in here that hasn't been good.
Visit with any table in Kirby's Cafe and you'll hear rave reviews.
It is amazing. I was just thinking about that today. It doesn't matter when we come in, the food is always consistent. It's so good.
Especially when it comes to the best seller, Mama's Chicken Salad.
Yeah, it's the best chicken salad in town.
It's a little bit sweet, a little bit creamy. It's just good.
Just the whole flavor of it. I'm not really sure what he puts in it, but it's very good. And I've had chicken salad at different places. His is the best.
The recipe is more than 100 years old. Owner Rick Wade says it came from his grandmother.
We probably would not be here if that chicken salad went here.
Order it several different ways.
The sandwich, we serve it on a large chef-type salad with it on top. We have a platter that we serve it with cottage cheese, sliced tomato.
Kirby's has specials all week long. Depending on the day, regulars know exactly what they're going to get.
Wednesdays are chicken and dumpling day. Those are my favorite.
The main specials have been the same specials since the day I opened this.
The week starts with Meatloaf Mondays, with house-made mashed potatoes, your choice of vegetable, dinner salad, and a roll.
We have Italian on Tuesday, spaghetti, lasagna. Wednesdays, chicken and dumplings. Thursdays is pot roast.
Friday is ham and beans, pan-fried potatoes, coleslaw and cornbread, or fish and chips with coleslaw and hush puppies.
And we have 2 other specials every day, so we have 3 on a regular basis.
Get here early if you're wanting a special. They're all popular.
Yesterday we sold out of our lasagna by 12:30, and we had cooked 3 lasagnas, 27 orders.
Doesn't matter what you order, customers know it's going to be homemade. In fact, they've got a saying around here that's on the staff shirts: keeping it old style, cooking it home style. That goes for the appetizers and sides too.
I know people come all over that come here just for the fried pickles.
Kirby's doesn't believe in instant, out-of-the-box anything.
So we peel, probably 300 pounds of potatoes per week.
That's especially the case for Mama's Chicken Salad and its secret ingredients.
We boil off 40 pounds of bone-in chicken breasts 4 times a week in order to keep up with demand.
Chicken brine steak, burgers, pork chops, salads. Whatever you order, it's gonna be good.
I've probably had everything at least once.
Can't go wrong with any
No, it's good.
And if there's room for dessert, the bread pudding is homemade too. It's done with a sweet sauce and a ton of pecans. I'm Jason Grubbs in downtown Okmulgee.
Kirbys Cafe is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., closed on the weekends. They're at 219 West 6th Street in Okmulgee.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
We have the native color flowers, which are huge, just beautiful replicas of the Indian blanket flower, which is the Oklahoma wildflower.
Wide open spaces in the middle of town. Where to go for this unique experience?
It is a show to watch whenever you see it coming through the building on fire. It's definitely a great sight.
And the restaurant dish so hot it's literally on fire. It's all ahead when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Why order a free Oklahoma outdoor guide? Uncover unique wonders. Cultivate your curiosity. And wake up your wild side. Order or download your free copy today.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're enjoying a little Christmas shopping here at North Pole City. And after all this shopping, it would be really nice to have a quiet getaway.
Absolutely, and I have just the place for us. Let's go to Tower Center Unity Square in Bartlesville. Studies have shown that city parks and open spaces improve our lives on several levels, from the physical to our psychological health. City parks are powerful tools for local economies too, and the Tower Center at Unity Square in Bartlesville is the perfect example of how a vision of a better community can come to life.
So the city and Ambler Architects and the design committee that came together to put this beautiful space together, it just all lined up. So it was really fascinating to watch the city work with the architects, and then the citizens of Bartlesville came on board just to help out with everything as well.
Unity Square is made up of the area between two of the city's stars, if you will, the Price Tower and the Bartlesville Community Center.
They were not utilizing the in-between space very well, so they really dreamed of a place that families could come, where we could have concerts. We've had picnics, community events, but then people just kind of hang out here on the weekends and stuff.
One of the ways Unity Square has come alive is through the sound of music.
We have the musical instrument park, and those instruments were donated by the Leadership Bartlesville class and the Young Professionals of Bartlesville.
There's the White Bison at one end of Unity Square, next to the sidewalk by Price Tower. The designer and artist Kevin Box grew up in Bartlesville. Then there's something I found quite captivating.
We have the native color flowers, which are huge, just beautiful replicas of the Indian blanket flower, which is the Oklahoma wildflower. So the artist there is Amy Jacobson. We have 3 little bees that sit on top of the flowers that tell us that those represent Bartlesville, because those are the worker bees, the people that come and go out of these buildings downtown that work, people that are serving in the restaurants, and just, you know, the busyness of the town.
Across from that area is the Ted and Melody Lion Pavilion, where they hold concerts and other events.
I've heard parents say, you know, it really inspired my child to take dance lessons or to take music lessons because they've come out here and seen a performance on the stage, or they themselves have come out and just had a little picnic.
It's been said city parks make cities more resilient. Parks attract tourists, filling hotel rooms and bringing customers to local stores and restaurants. Unity Square is aptly named, as it has not only united the community, but it did so through combining art and nature.
I think it knocked our quality of life up a couple of notches here. Everybody in town uses it.
So it's just kind of a multifaceted place for big events, small events, families. It's wonderful. Another wonderful thing about Bartlesville.
You'll find the Tower Center Unity Square in Bartlesville at 300 Southeast Adams Boulevard.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
The shrimp cocktails, the carne asada, street tacos are really good.
Mexican food that's worth the drive. See what small town is home to this big taste when Discover Oklahoma continues.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
We've had such a good time here today at North Pole City, getting into the Christmas spirit. What better place is there?
Oh, I can't think of any right now, but we do want to tell them about a mouth-watering Mexican food destination. Deanne Stein is going to take us to Gonzales Mexican Food. It's in Tishomingo.
In downtown Tishomingo, there's a place that will give you a little sample of Mexico in both looks and taste.
We just like to bring a little bit of home, basically, to our little Tishomingo, or basically new adopted home, we like to call it.
Gonzales Mexican Restaurant has been a mainstay here for years and recently upgraded its location here on Main Street.
We've noticed in the last couple of years our tourist population that's been coming in has been steadily growing.
So they put in a full bar, more seating, and added these hand-carved booths, tables, and chairs.
A lot of the images depicted are obviously of farmhands, ranchers, people making tequila. It's just something that's more traditional to certain areas of Mexico.
And once seated, you'll soon experience a taste of their culture.
One of our more popular dishes is definitely the Acapulco dinner. It's a piece of chicken breast. It's covered in sauteed vegetables, the zucchini, squash, mushrooms. They cover that with cheese sauce, and it's got a side of rice and beans.
The family recipes also include tamales, made fresh and from scratch each day.
Normally I order fajitas, but I like to mix it up every once in a while.
Getting the nachos today.
The service is always really good, and the food is even better.
I'm told you can't go wrong with anything on the menu, but if you're looking for something truly unforgettable in both taste and presentation, this is it.
The molcajete, it is one of our more popular dishes, and that's just a hot volcanic rock, and it comes with the grilled onions and chorizo at the very bottom, and it's got a bed of chicken fajita meat, beef fajita meat, and shrimp on top, and it's got a side of cactus.
It comes out on fire unless your party includes small children, but you have to request it.
It is a show to watch whenever you see it coming through the building on fire. It's definitely a great sight.
Everything's good here. I've never had a meal that was bad. I love shrimp cocktail, and I can eat shrimp cocktail every day. The shrimp cocktails, the carne asada, street tacos are really good.
The menu also offers Tex-Mex items like this burrito.
That one's just a 10-inch tortilla with either shredded chicken or ground beef inside of it. They smother the burrito with either the chili sauce or queso sauce. It's got a side of guacamole, sour cream, and a side of rice and beans.
It's good food. I mean, it's good food, it's a good price. It's a beautiful place in here. There's good people. I love coming here.
You can complete your meal with chips and their homemade salsas and a signature drink from the bar like their popular Gonzales Punch.
You know, people really like your food when you see them 2-3 times a week. Just seeing people come in year after year, seeing them kids grow up here, I mean, it just makes you feel like you're part of the community, makes you feel like you're part of the family.
Discovering Oklahoma and Tishomingo, I'm Deanne Stein.
Gonzales Mexican Restaurant is located at 110 North Kemp in Tishomingo. They're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 11 to 2 on Sunday.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy. A big thank you to everyone here at North Pole City for hosting us this week. You can find anything, well, almost anything, you need to deck the halls for Christmas at Oklahoma's largest Christmas store. They're located at 4201 South I-44 Service Road in Oklahoma City.
And coming up next week on Discover Oklahoma, did someone say cookies for Christmas? We'll tell you where to get the ones named after Oklahoma town.
And one of the best places to get Oklahoma-grown pecans. That's next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.
Lauren, if you can actually help me up from here, I want to finish my Christmas shopping.
I'm not sure I can get up.
I think I got a cramp in my left leg, and it's going to be a long shopping day, isn't it?